Scott, we're going to amp it up, go even further. So Dred Scott decision will ultimately say slaves are property, and the Missouri Compromise is illegal. This idea of this line, north is free, south is slave territory. Glad we solved that. Actually, erase that. No more. There is no Missouri Compromise because of the Dred Scott decision. Slaves can be everywhere. Slavery is legal everywhere. Wait, that's not the way the rules. The rules don't matter anymore because of the Supreme Court's decision. Well, how did this work? So Compromise of 1850, you see that. We're really talking about the Missouri Compromise, north, south. Well, here's the issue with Dred Scott. Dred Scott will belong to a military doctor in Missouri. Missouri is a slave state, so the military doctor could own Dred Scott. The military doctor gets moved to Wisconsin. He will eventually die. When he dies, Dred Scott will soon say, hey, look, I'm in a free state where slavery is illegal. I can't be a slave. I should be free. So he sues, and it goes to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court says, well, one, you're a slave, not a citizen, and so you don't have the right to use the court. So you lose. Scott's like, well, all right, I guess I wait. Whoa, we got more. We got more. So one, you can't even sue, so stop. Number two, you are property, and the government cannot take a citizen's property without due process. So they cannot free you. If the government were to free you, the government would be taking the property of a citizen. And the Fifth Amendment says that you have due process. If the government is to take away, if the federal government is to take away your property, and you are property, then they must follow a process. Usually if you've committed a crime, they can take away your freedom or your property or whatever. They can't just take your stuff. They can't take your house. They can't take your horse. They can't take your car. They can't take your slave, and you are a slave. All right, well, this has not gone the way. Oh, we're not done yet, says the Supreme Court. Number three, therefore, the Missouri Compromise, which says that people in the North are free and that you can't own slaves, that violates the Constitution. If the federal government were to free slaves in the North, the federal government would thus be taking people's property, and the government does not have the authority to do that. The government would be violating the Constitution. Therefore, the Missouri Compromise that says you cannot own people in the North, you cannot own property, that law violates the Constitution. Slavery is legal everywhere. What? That is the decision that is made due to Dred Scott.
Talk about your alternative backfires. Talk about your alternative backfires.
The beep ruined it. The beep really ruined that, didn't it? Well, we're going to stick with it because I'm not recording that again.